Hello everyone, good day. It's me again, Shiny Jean V. Garcia, and today I will answer some of the questions in our subject meteorology in chapter 1. Question number 1 is what is the main source of energy in our Earth atmosphere? So my answer is sun. Number 2 question, how could meteorologists apply scientific method in predicting weather? So the meteorologists are applying the scientific method by repeatedly application, so they can gather gather an accurate details. Next question is what is the common weather element? So it is the air pressure, air temperature, humidity, clouds, precipitation, visibility, and wind. Question number 4, how climate differ from a weather? So is climate occurs in a long period of time, while weather is just in a short term or short period of time. Question number 5, define meteorology and discuss the origin of this word. So meteorology is the study of atmosphere and its phenomena. The word meteorology came from the word meteorologica, and Aristotle wrote a book that represents some of his knowledge representing the climate, weather, as well as astronomy and geography and chemistry. Question number 6. Rank the following storms in size from largest to smallest. So the first is tornado, followed by thunderstorm, hurricane, mid-latitude, and the last is the cyclonic storm. Number 7. When someone says that the wind direction today is south, what does this mean? So it means that the wind is blowing towards the south or from the south. Number 8. Weather in the middle latitudes tends to move in what general direction? My answer is west to east. Explain how the wind generally blows around areas of low and high pressure in the northern hemisphere. My answer is counterclockwise into a low pressure and clockwise into a high pressure. Give an example of climate or weather that can influence people's life. My answer is hypothermia, heat exhaustion, drought, and floods. Number 12. How has Earth's atmosphere changed over time? It started out as hydrogen and helium which escaped. Volcanoes outgas water vapor, carbon dioxide, and nitrogen. Cloud formed and it rained. Carbon dioxide was absorbed by the ocean and it leaves the atmosphere rich in the nitrogen. Oxygen increased by H2O atoms were split by the sun. Number 14. Of the four most abundant gases in our atmosphere, which one shows the greatest variation from the place to place at Earth's atmosphere? My answer is water vapor, nitrogen, oxygen, and argon. Number 15. Explain how the atmosphere protects inhabits at Earth's surface. So, atmosphere filters the UV or ultraviolet rays. Number 16. What are some important roles that water plays in our atmosphere? Water is a liquid for plant, greenhouse gas, and latent heat, and also for us people. We are using water. So, importante yung tubig sa ating katawan. Kapag wala yun, hindi tayo mabubuhay. Number 17. Briefly explain the production and natural destruction of carbon dioxide near Earth's surface. Okay, give two reasons for the increase of carbon dioxide over the past 100 plus years. Carbon dioxide comes from decay of vegetation or volcanic eruption, exhalation of animal life, burning of fossil fuels. It is removed by photosynthesis or absorbed by the oceans. Number 18. What are some aerosols in the atmosphere? Aerosols is a tiny suspended solid particles. For example, is salt, dust particles, and volcanic ashes. Question number 19. What are the two abundant greenhouse gases in Earth's atmosphere? So it is water vapor and carbon dioxide. Question number 30. Explain the concept of air pressure in terms of weight of air above some level. Why does air pressure always decrease in increasing height above the surface? Air pressure is the force that pressing down on our head due to the weight of the air and its gravity. Air pressure is lower as you go up in altitude. It's because there are fewer molecules that are pushing down on our head. It is because konti na lang yung molecules na nagpupush pababa sa ulo natin. Question number 21. What is the standard atmospheric pressure at sea level in inches in mercury, millibars, and hectopascals? My answer is 25.92 in inches in mercury, and 1013.25 in millibars, same as hectopascals. Number 22, list the layer of atmosphere from lowest layer to highest. Troposphere, stratopause, stratosphere, stratopause, and mesosphere. Question number 23. Briefly describe the air temperature changes from Earth's surface to the lower thermosphere. In the lower thermosphere, the temperature increases with height because the charged particles from the sun interact with atmospheric molecules and heat up the thermosphere. Number 24. What atmospheric layer contains all of our weather? And letter B. In what atmospheric layer do we find the highest concentration of ozone? And the highest average air temperatures. My answer is troposphere, stratosphere, and thermosphere. Question number 25. Above what region of the world would you find the ozone hole? My answer is Antarctica and Australia. Number 26. Even though the actual concentration of oxygen is close to 21% by volume in the upper stratosphere, explain why. Without proper breathing apparatus, you would not be able to survive there. My answer is it is because there's not enough molecules in there. Last number. What is the ionosphere and where is it located? Ionosphere is an electrified region in upper atmosphere, starting at about 60 kilometers and going to the top of the atmosphere. Let's move on for question for thought. Question number 1. Explain how you consider both weather and climate in your choice of clothing you choose to wear today. Me as a student, for example, today or this month, the weather is rainy day or rainy month. Halimbawa, yung climate is maaraw naman. So, tinitingnan ko din sa panahon or sa atmosphere, ganun. Kapag halimbawa, ngayong araw na to is maaraw, so yung damit mo is pang maaraw. Kapag maulan is pang maulan, ganun. Pero, syempre, the weather is on a rainy season, so we need to be alert and kailangan natin ng mga halimbawa pabaon na gamit para sa tag-ulan to make sure lang. Question number 2. Compare a newspaper weather map with a professional weather map obtained from the internet. Okay, professional weather map can show the weather on a given day. For example, today is sunny day, and it can also predict the weather for some time in the future. While the newspaper map, it can also shows it can only shows only the weather that has given in the article. For example, yesterday or this morning. So if you want to know some of the weather, so you need to buy the newspaper in the afternoon for your information. Question number 3. Which of the following statements relate more to weather and which relate more to climate? Okay, letter A, it refers to climate. It is because it gives a general summary of the weather during the summer month. Letter B, it refers to weather. because it gives a specific condition cloud cover for a particular time. Letter C, it refers to climate because it gives average temperature in a long season in a region. Letter D, it refers to weather because it gives specific temperature outside for a given date and time. Letter E, it refers to climate. Letter F refers to climate also. Letter G refers to weather. Letter H refers to climate. Following question in chapter 1, question number 1 is the importance of meteorology in fisheries. The fishermen are gathering information through atmospheric and oceanic changes before they are going to the sea. So, meteorology are providing information about that. So, meteorology can help fishermen when is the good time for them to go to the sea and catch fishes. Number 2. Explain the saying, red sky at morning, sailors take warning, red sky at night, sailors delight. When the sky is red on that morning, we already know that it can be a stormy day on that day. That's why it tells on the line that red sky at morning, sailors take warning. And when the sky is red at night, there will be a good weather to follow. That's why it is a delight. Number 3 question. Number 3 question, sabi dito ay explain the weather pattern in chapter 1. Yan. State ko muna yung place kung saan yun, tapos weather condition, at yung dahilan niya kung bakit, at saka yung impact niya sa mga tao. So, the place is North America continent. Yung weather condition niya, nauna yung thunderstorm, sunod ice storm, tapos hurricane or Hurricane Sandy, followed by lightning, tornado, and torrential rain. Kaya naman nangyari yun is dahil sa rising humidity and prolonged drought at saka sa low pressure and high pressure. Okay, impact on the people, colds, arthritis, pain, vegetable and fruits are ruined, and it caused damage for every building and their place. Next question, how does weather and climate affect your lives in Northern Aurora? Here in Northern Aurora, we experience the changing pattern of weather and climate, and we are also prone to typhoons. So oftentimes, we experience flooding, heavy rain, and etc. Just like this picture.